Hey everyone, before I start this video, I'd like to give a shout out to webpausgames.com. Check them out. Cool gaming site for free, no viruses, no nothing. Just cool, a bunch of other games. Parent approved, kid tested, and hey, if you're an adult and you want to test it, feel free to knock yourself out. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your significant other, hell, why not? But now to the topic at hand, this video. This show. And some people wonder why I stopped, covering professional wrestling or the WWE or sports entertainment. Well, I don't do it as much as I used to. Shows like tonight are a perfect example of why I don't. This was stupid. Okay, this was stupid. This was just an overall lame, poorly booked, less than average show. And I know people are going to say, but dude, the main event, the Elimination Chamber match. I'll get to the Elimination Chamber match, trust me. Trust me. I will. And I'm not going to say that right beforehand that the Chamber match was bad. It was a good match. But one good match does not make a whole show passable in my eyes. Because for example, Victory Road 2009, I always look at in TNA as like the worst wrestling show I've ever seen in my life. Had there been one good show, good match, doesn't mean the show was good. A lot of people look at WrestleMania 25. Taker and Shawn Michaels, great match. The rest of the show was complete utter shit. Does that make it a good show or a good WrestleMania? No. You had one good match, okay, cool. The rest was completely forgettable. So you had I'm not even going with the kickoff, because who cares about Mojo Rawley and Kurt Hawkins? I mean, come on now. You had Mickie James versus Becky Lynch in a match where these two just seemed like they didn't, I'm not saying these two are bad. Obviously, Mickey's always been good. Becky isn't too shabby. But it seems like for some reason, these two ladies just had like little to no chemistry with each other. I don't know why, but it just seemed that way. And Becky winning with the roll-up, just why? If you want the feud to continue, which it probably will, knowing WWE's logic, why not have Mickie cheat to win? I get it, Mickey's the older talent. You want the younger talent to go over. That's not a problem. But why not have Mickie cheat to win? So that, an episode of Smackdown Live, or hell, if you're going to do it, Mania, or whatever in the near future, Becky gets her revenge. Gets her vengeance, her payback. Nah, that makes too much sense. But why would that happen? Right? That just questions logic. And God forbid the WWE goes anything logical. So then we go on to the handicap match. Freaking Apollo Crews and Rey Mysterio Jr. Kalisto versus heel Dolph Ziggler, which is the same Dolph Ziggler, just he's a lot quieter and he's pissed off. Because heel Dolph Ziggler attacks Kalisto before the match, has a bunch of rest holds with Apollo Crews. Kalisto wakes up from the dead, and Dolph Ziggler still loses. Yeah. You had the heel lose in a 2-on-1 handicap match to two babyfaces. The fact that you even had two babyfaces versus a heel is just laughable. But you literally booked it backwards. But Dolph Ziggler kills them with steel chairs and whatnot at the end of the match, and yay, so that's Dolph Ziggler's gimmick. He loses every match and he beats him up with a steel chair. So he's a whiny little bitch. That's actually believable. So then you had the tag team turmoil for the Smackdown Live tag team titles between Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Ascension versus the Usos versus the Vaudevillains versus Breezango, and of course the tag team champions, American Alpha. Now, it's just sad that with the brand split, you have the tag teams. You basically have the WWE once again, just like on Raw. They don't give a damn about the tag team division, where it's like we literally have nothing for you, so we have all of you bundled up together so you could all feud. That makes sense, right? And they actually made it to the point where it looked like the Ascension had a shot at winning. Oh dear God. Remember the Ascension got buried by like the New Age Outlaws and, you know, the APA a couple years ago on Raw. Those were the good old days. Oh boy. So yeah, American Alpha wins after pinning the Ascension. Yay. So then you had Nikki Bella versus Natalya in a pretty physical matchup. And yeah, of course, I didn't give a damn about this match. You know, I'm a fan of Big Titty Wonder Woman Bella. You know, Wonder Woman Bella. But when you have a feud with Nikki for 2 straight feuds, where a typical blonde just acts jealous, beats her up for no reason behind her, and then brings up her rich, successful boyfriend, and saying that, oh, John's never gonna marry you. Why the hell should I give a damn about a feud? Like, this is almost the equivalent of, like, on Raw, where you have Charlotte and Bayley. It's the same thing of Charlotte and Sasha. The only difference yet is that we've yet to have Bayley and Charlotte win the titles back and forth and play hot potato with it. That's literally the only difference. It's sort of the same situation here. Except for here, Natalya's pretending like her Uncle Brett is dead. Uncle Brett? Oh yeah, and then they also succeeded to, later on, brawl backstage to the point where Maryse, knocked over powder all over her black dress, thanks to Nikki Bella. Insert and his woman versus the Awesome One and his Frenchy wife at WrestleMania. Brother. So then we had Randy Orton versus Luke Harper in a short match. It was decent, I guess. Orton won, so no surprise. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then my favorite, right here, a SmackDown Live women's title match. This was shit. Alright. Now, I'm not the biggest Alexa Bliss fan. Alright, I'm not gonna pretend I am. I'm not a huge fan of the little Harley Quinn wannabe, the little evil high school cheerleader lookalike. But you know what? When you book someone to become champion, and you give her a character that actually works for her, and you have her lose literally every freaking match that she's in, and you try to take her seriously, and she faces a woman who hasn't done rat's ass in her career other than be a funkadactyl and have feel the glow and sounds just like her Uso husband when she freaking talks, which means she's garbage on the freaking mic. Oh, but she's athletic. I get it, she has a big ass. Doesn't mean she's become freaking women's champion, seriously. So Naomi wins. Yay. And for people who are saying, oh, well, she deserves to be champion. Yeah, give her 2 weeks. Give her 2 weeks. I guarantee you, most of you that are saying, oh, she deserves it, I'm so proud of her being champion, are going to be begging for the WWE to drop that title to like Carmella or Alexa again, or hell, maybe even Mickie James. Because you're going to be sick and tired, and you're going to see how bland and how stale her character is. And she's not even that good in the ring. Yeah, she's athletic. She's not, doesn't mean she's good in the ring. Baron Corbin's as stiff as a board, and I find him more, you know, fun to watch in the ring because at least he's brutal. He's a brawler. But anyways, yeah, Naomi's champion. I mean, that's WWE's. And people are also going to be saying, "Oh, I'm so proud of her because she's the first SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And that's an African American Black Women's Champion on SmackDown." Yeah, let's pretend WWE's not racist. The same company that's publicly endorsed Donald frickin' Trump. And the same company that just recently, about a couple years ago, took a couple Puerto Ricans and put them and gave them a Mexican bullfighter gimmick. And who could forget about the wild Samoans being, cannibals and the other African Americans in love with chicken, and we could be on forever. Alright, just because they give Naomi the championship doesn't mean that this company ain't racist anymore. Sorry, but I have little to zero patience when it comes to stupidity. So then we move on to the main event. Oh god. The Elimination Chamber match. That included The Miz, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, Bray Wyatt, and Jones. And for me, this matchup was good. I'm not going to trash this match. I know I basically trashed every match on this card, minus this one. This was a fun match. I know they were advertising that, oh, we got a new Elimination Chamber. And the new Elimination Chamber, I kind of had mixed feelings with it. Like, I could see that obviously it looks different. It's easier to hold. I know they were having supposedly problems with the old chamber or something, like it was too heavy. They couldn't have it in most arenas. This one, they can have it in all arenas, so it's like portable, and it's a lot easier, basically. The padding on the outside of the ring, I find completely stupid. It just looks so too safety. I get it. You want to make sure the talent is safe. I understand that, duh. But this was just like way too. You might as well just put padding on the freaking chain walls and on the pods. Like seriously. We move on to this matchup. You started off with Dean Ambrose and was it Baron Corbin? Yeah, it was Baron Corbin. I think Dean Ambrose that started off, and oh god, Dean Ambrose eliminating Baron Corbin. I get it. You want to have Corbin and Ambrose IC title, which probably would be in the pre-show, knowing WWE at WrestleMania. If not going to be a ginormous ladder match for the IC title for the third straight year. But you want to make Baron Corbin into a beast. You want to make him to a possibly serious heel. You have him get rolled up randomly out of nowhere by Dean freaking Ambrose, who up next to Kevin Owens would be the most boring world champion in like recent history. Yay. So then comes AJ Styles. AJ got killed in this match. AJ was like the crash dummy. Right? The spots that he was taking and got taken on was just absolutely insane, but props to him. And this was just like, weeks after, not only did he drop the title to, but also he got his Xbox One stolen, supposedly, backstage. So, then now came, and next thing you know, The Miz, which means The Miz was the last one to come out, and actually came Wyatt, and then came The Miz. And, next thing you know, elimination started happening. Baron Corbin beat the holy hell out of Ambrose for eliminating him. Okay. But how many times are we going to see a whiny-ass heel get, their ass beat? And then, they try to get to be leveling with somebody else by beating them up after the match. We already saw it with freaking Ziggler. So Miz, as, the typical coward chicken shit heel, pins Ambrose, eliminates him. And then, of course, eliminates Miz. But hey, it would not make more sense if the Miz pinned Cena, right? To bring heat? No, you need to have Nikki and Maurice to have their feud, to ignite the feud. Kind of like how you tried to do with the whole Miz and Ambrose thing when you had Renee and Miz clashing, and then of course Maryse came to slap. So anyways, so then you had Cena, Wyatt, Styles. And that was it for the final three. You had Bray eliminate Cena with the Sister Abigail. Crowd popped for that. And by the way, congrats for John Cena. It's historical, tying the fictitious record of Ric Flair's 16-time world title with 2 weeks later drops it. And I know you're saying, dude, it was like predictable. No, duh. That's another thing I had with the show. The show is way too damn predictable. Minus the women's title match. I'll give them that. And then you had the final two being Styles and Wyatt. They had a little exchange. It kind of felt weird just having two heels going at it, even though Styles is supposed to be the heel, so it gets popped like crazy. And Bray Wyatt hits his sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new women's champion. What the hell's wrong with me? Might as well be. WWE champion Bray Wyatt. And I go, who gives a shit? You could have made this guy 3 years ago lose cleanly to at WrestleMania 30 and made a star out of him. And not have him lose in every big feud that he was in. Oh wait, you did have him lose in every big feud he was in. You made him to a glorified jobber. You made him to the point where when he cut promos, most of your audience could give a shit. Not just because of the fact of, why should I care about this character who loses most of his matches, but why should I care about somebody who you could barely understand what the fuck he's saying during his promos? And I apologize for cursing so much in this video, but when it comes to, you know, how dumb and how just unlogical how this show was written, it just comes to a point where, okay, the cuffs are off, you know? So yeah, Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. WrestleMania, WWE title. Probably be in the middle of the card. Pretty sad how your main title, the title, you don't care if it's the Universal title, your main title, you know, the title that's been there since like day one, technically speaking, if you want to go from previous designs of the title, is going to be in the middle of the card at WrestleMania. And I guarantee you people are going to still be bitching of why Goldberg and Brock Lesnar is most likely going to be the main event at WrestleMania for the Universal title. Because despite how much of a star Randy Orton is, Bray Wyatt isn't a star. I'm sorry, he's not. This is like 2 to 3 years too late. And you can say, oh, he deserves it too, just like Naomi did. Like Naomi, Bray Wyatt didn't do shit for the last couple of years. And it's too bad, because I actually was starting to like Bray Wyatt a couple years ago. But when you don't invest in a character, when you don't give effort, when you don't give him the wins that you need to help a character like him, why should you care? Why should you care? It's just how I feel. You could probably disagree with it. Oh well, you probably think, oh, this was SmackDown Live. It's SmackDown, so SmackDown's a good show, so that means automatically that this was a good show. Hey, Raw's probably going to be garbage anyways, but, you know. That's it for me, you guys. That was my Elimination Chamber 2017 review. I don't know what else to say. The chamber match itself wasn't too bad. You know, the rest of the stuff, including the results of the show in general, were kind of meh. Nothing really. Not to say. Sorry. I wish there was. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Twitter. The link is down in the description box. That's my Twitter account, of course. If you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free to. And if you'd like to see certain videos such as this, hit that subscribe button down below. And that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it.